Hey everybody, I'm starting my 2020 Thanksgiving feast extravaganza. Ready to begin. Excited. Missing my mommy and my sister, but it's okay. We're good. We're real good. Just had a video visit with my brother Everett. He good. God is healing our family. Let's begin. Let me see. Found the almonds. I make first time almond pie. We're gonna see how that turned out. Aaron just found the almonds on the first shelf, even though I told him to look on the third shelf for them, but we found them. I have 3 bags of apples to make my first ever apple pie. See, we got our 4 pots on the stove. Just getting ready to boil. Got our 4 pots on the stove there. Okay, let's see what we're going to put in them. Okay, we got more apples. We got our apples. Getting ready to clean this chicken. We got some sage and onion stuffing mix. We'll make some homemade cornbread. We got some chicken stock. More chicken stock. More chicken stock. We have 100% pure brown cane sugar to make our beautiful pecan pies. So we got pecans, pecans, pecans for days. Pecans, pecans, pecans for days. So let's get started here. We are going to first check the refrigerator. Okay, we got our turkey. See our big turkey ready. We got our lemons. We got a bell pepper, a milk. We got tons of butter. Got about 20 things of butter. So let's begin. Okay. Okay, what happened here? Okay, got my finger over there. Okay, let's see. I don't know where I'm going to put this camera at. Okay, let's see. We are going to, okay, yeah. I'm going to put it about so. We're about to do this chicken. Let's see. No, that's not a good spot. But we gotta find a spot. We gotta find a spot. Okay. Gotta clean this chicken. So the chicken that's gonna go in the chicken and dressing. Let's see how we got it. Let's see. Got my finger over the, just to get it just right. I think that'll work. Okay, let's get started. I got all the pies, but I was thinking I can't make no cake. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to make no cake. We gotta see about that. We got chicken portions. We're gonna put this chicken in here so we can get ready for our chicken and dressing. Okay. Let's see. We're all thawed out. Let's see. Okay, we all thawed out. We're good. Okay. All right. We're just gonna stick this back in the refrigerator for a minute. Get our dressing together. Okay. All right. We are going to season our turkey shortly, but we're gonna get the apples going first. We're gonna get our wash our hands. And wash our hands good. Gonna wash these apples. Oops, one didn't make it. Wash our apples. Rinse our apples. Actually. Cover your cough, please. Step out the kitchen. We gotta clean and core our apples for the apple pie. Okay. One more bag of apples. How many apples it's gonna take to make one apple pie? I don't know. I will find out. Okay. I'm gonna switch it over this way. You can see what I'm doing. Sorry. Not quite good with this camera yet. Okay. Clean, fresh apples. We can just have it right there. Okay, we're gonna core our apples. Get the pits out. Because the center of the apple, believe it or not, is poisonous. The seeds, you're not supposed to eat an apple seed. You're supposed to plant an apple seed for another, plant an apple seed for another tree. You're not supposed to eat it. Okay. I guess I'm going to have to leave it in there. Okay. I'm going to continue to core and gut these apples. It's a labor of love. I'm going to do this probably once or twice a year. So it's well worth it. I remember as a kid waking up to my mom cooking. It was the best smell in the world. So my mom and her cooking was synonymous with love. Because I know she did it because she loved us. A lot of work though, a lot of work. I purposely stayed in the bed till about 9 o'clock so I can be up all day cooking. You hear the water over there on the stove sizzling. Got those pots going. Got to get some mac and cheese going. But the desserts are the easiest thing just to get out the way. So anything you got to cook, just going to get that out the way. We got those pots. See, you got the center of the apple cut out. I wish I could play music in the background, but can't do that yet. I don't have surround sound in the kitchen yet, but I will one day. I don't know how to do that, but I just have to sing a happy tune. Because I'm happy in Jesus today. My mom and dad are safely in heaven. My sister's safely in heaven. With all her cousins, my grandma. Let me see. What was I going to do? I got my spices, my rosemary, my thyme, basil, oregano, poultry seasoning, nutmeg, cinnamon. I get my pecan pie recipe from the the Karo syrup jar. Karo syrup. That's what recipe I use. From Karo syrup. The reason why I'm making an apple pie is because I was blessed with 8 bags of free apples from the giveaway with our 7th district police team. So I had 8 bags of apples left over. So I gave 5 of them away. So I got 3 bags left. And I remember when my mom made a fried apple pie. That was the best thing in the entire world. She made a fried apple pie. I have not been able to do that, replicate that, but one day I will. A fried apple pie. Fried apple pie way better than Hostess. Let me see. There's something I want to get out of this refrigerator and I can't think of what it is. Oh, I want to show you guys my noni juice. I took some noni juice this morning. Tahitian noni juice. It's they make it into a tonic. Tastes a little special. A little bit like prune juice, but not as bad. The Tahitian Pride, I believe, that particular brand makes the noni juice palatable. It's an acquired taste, but you can mix it with other juices, but that I can take straight. Just take a swig in the morning, and it gives you energy. I believe it gets out toxins. The main reason why I take it, It's a naturally help to keep my blood pressure low. Tahitian noni juice. I also have some vitamins, but I haven't taken them yet. I have some vitamins from Mael. That is a young African American entrepreneur. She has her own vitamins. I'll try to show you guys that later. I get the one for hair and nails. You can purchase it at Target and also Select Beauty Supplies. I go to the one on 35th and 35th and King Drive. It's a beauty supply that they sell vitamins. But I like that particular brand because it tastes like candy. So it's like not taking a vitamin. It is a gummy. So that's even better benefits. It's like popping a piece of candy in your mouth and it helps your nails and hair grow. So can't get any better than that. I also have started using a hair product. I have the Day and Night Serum. It's also by an African American young entrepreneur. That's Ariane. He's going to be the taste tester today, but he has to stay out of the kitchen. I'm going to take to do his taste testing in the room because he has a cough. So he's going to be my official taste tester today. Oh, wow, I forgot about that. Let's see. Still getting the core. I think this is my 4th apple. I got about 8 more to go, but it's okay. And I also discovered on Clio TV, and also OWN. They have cooking shows that feature African American chefs, and boy, are they good. Got some Cajun, some Creole, Ghana. Oh my goodness. Check it out. OWN. Clio TV comes with Xfinity. If I can remember later, I can give you guys the channel. But I really appreciate being able to see my sisters and brothers, entrepreneurs. One is from Oakland, California. They own their own restaurants. But they're being featured on OWN so that they can share their recipes, share the love, share stories, and some of their journeys with, the community in the world. And it's just wonderful. They have a show on called, let's see, what was their show called? If Calories Don't Count. I say lobster crab, I think it is. Legs and a tempura batter that was, let's see, deep fried and then put in the oven, I believe, with some kind of hot sauce. Oh my goodness. I saw a fried apple dumpling with caramel sauce. I also saw a gumbo with andouille sausage, smoked oysters, and coarse shrimp. I'm going to perfect my cooking skills, but the only way to learn how to cook is to cook. So I don't cook that often, but I'm going to make a valiant effort to make it super delicious. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5, 6. Starting on number 6. Maybe you guys could share with me what are your happiest memories growing up. I just love to see my mom cook and just the simple things, just to be with her in the kitchen. I remember a little bit about my grandmother, Laura, not a whole lot. But I love going to Arkansas, to Dumas, Arkansas, to visit my grandmother. My cousin Bo and I, Robert Jones, he took me, we went and got some fresh blueberries from a blueberry patch. It seemed like it was in the woods, but it was really just across the street, probably. One of one of my grandmother's neighbors had a blueberry tree. So we picked fresh blueberries, brought them back to the house, and Grandma made us a blueberry cobbler. Yum, yum. I know everybody want to Google everything now, but it's nothing like Grandma and Mama's old recipes. My mother would make a chocolate cake. She would make a chocolate cake. She would make a coconut cake. My favorite actually was the devil food cake. She would make sometimes just a white yellow cream cake. My favorite was the devil food cake. The long pan with the white icing so I can eat as much as I want. So she make the cakes first. My mother made her cakes by hand. She had a spoon that we had all the way into the south side. I don't know what happened to it. But she had a spoon that lasted 40 years with a brown handle on it. Stainless steel. So my brother and I, when she would make the cakes, we take turns. Either I get the spoon or he got the pan, and we could lick the pan. I lick the spoon. You think about all the small things you remember. That was important. If you got the spoon, that means I got the pan. And we lick it out, and my mother would make us sample cakes. Nothing but a little bit of the leftover batter that she had. She put it like in a sorry about that. She put it in a Pyrex, just a pan. Nobody knows what Pyrex is. Just a small pan, so that we could taste and see what the cake would taste like. So it was like a sample cake. We love that too. I love everything my mother did. She was the sweetest woman in the whole wide world. Her and my grandmother. And my mom is the reason why I know there is a God in this world. Through her love and her kindness. I didn't have to guess that my mother loved me. I knew that my mother loved me. She bathed me every day. She combed my hair. She was very gentle. She wasn't impatient. She wasn't mean. She was always encouraging. She was my best cheerleader. Even if I did something wrong, she wouldn't scold me. She just, tell me to do better. She wasn't really disappointed in me. I mean, she did. She never really showed it. But I would do anything just to make my mother happy. Even when I got pregnant and had my son, she just cried. She just cried. She didn't yell and scream and go crazy like some parents do. But she just cried. She just was sad. And she always wanted the best for me, but she always, 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 no matter what, she took care of her grandkids. She babysat what, 15, at least 15 of our grandkids at one time or another. She had them all, but okay, I almost done coring this one out. And I'm just using a regular steak knife. They do have paring and coring knives, but I don't have one. You don't want it too sharp. I have the gloves on, but you don't want it too sharp. So in case it slips, because the apple's sort of slippery because it's wet. But just a good old steak knife is fine. It's just my speed. But it does, if you want to be a great cook and save a lot of time, you want to have invest in some good cookware, bakeware, different little gadgets just to make your life easier. I do have a slicer and all that, but I feel like getting it out. I do have a fancy slicer I got from my god sister Tony. But I don't feel like taking all that stuff out and putting it together. I got a juicer that I don't use because I don't like washing dishes. So, and I don't have a dishwasher. So I said the first thing I said I was going to do when I got grown and got my own house, I was going to get a dishwasher. But guess what? I don't have a dishwasher. I can't pay Commonwealth Edison all that money they want me to have to run the dishwasher. So there goes that. Plus, you got to put the dishes in there and take them out. That's work. I don't even see the point of all that. Anyway. Okay, I see what about 3 more left. See, this stuff takes time. I ain't expecting it to take this long, but gotta keep going, keep going. So there's one down, one project down, several more to go. Let's see how long. Okay, looks like I got about 5 more apples. So that's not bad. Just imagine, grandma, auntie, mama, all of them had to do all this by hand. Besides taking care of the kids, the house, the chickens, and slop the holes, pick cotton, but they still found time to feed us, make them chitlins. God bless y'all ministry. I would clean chitlins for one day if you paid me a whole lot of money and I had some goggles and a gas mask. Then yeah. And I would have to love you very much, or like a money challenge or something. Then I can handle that. I can handle that. How about I move it up? I can handle that. I don't know what I could put it up on. And then you can't see me cutting the apple. Sorry. Okay. Trying to do both. Alrighty. I believe these are Red Delicious apples. I'm not sure. Not quite sure what apples are really the best to make apple pie with. But however these pies going to turn out, we're going to eat them. I was taught never let anything go to waste. We didn't waste food. We did not waste food. So, okay. My mother used to have an apple slicer. We used to put the apple in there and it would core it for you. They still sell them in the store, but it's all right. And we kept that apple slicer for about 30 years for sure. And we kept that apple slicer. But I know nowadays with the pesticides, you need to scrub all that off. So that's what I'm cutting the skin off. But the skin is actually very, very beneficial. God put everything we need into the food. So the skin of the apple is beneficial too. Apples give us fiber. So when they say apple day keeps the doctor away, they really mean that God put nutrients in the apple, including the best fiber, natural plant fiber, in the apple so that you can be healthy. So we see apples almost every day. Apples, oranges, bananas. I got some bananas. Bruce bought some bananas, but they were not ripe yet. So I didn't buy any because they were green. I don't have the patience to wait till they turn ripe. But it probably take just a couple days, really. Okay, I'm going to turn this back around. Let me see, maybe I can do it like that. Yeah. Okay. I think I got 1 or 2 more apples to core, and we'll be ready to put them in the water. Okay, 1 down. Still sleepy, I'm still sleepy. I went to bed around midnight, though. It's still too late. I wasn't really sleepy. So, I was in my Bible in Genesis, and I'm up to the 29th chapter, I believe, chronicling all the names in the Bible. Found out some very interesting facts. Fact number one, the only two countries so far, and I'm in Genesis, the 29th chapter, that we know of right now are the countries of Ethiopia and Egypt. So far, I'm in Genesis, and maybe they mentioned Damascus, but not in the sense of things were happening there. But Havilah, Havilah is an ancient biblical town. I believe is located near Ethiopia as well. But the very first, the very first country that is mentioned that we know of in the Bible that I found was Ethiopia, not even Israel, because Abram isn't mentioned yet. Abram isn't mentioned yet. Abram became Abraham, but Abram isn't mentioned yet in the beginning of the Bible. But shortly after that, he is. Other than the Garden of Eden, the first two countries I've seen so far that we would know what they are now today would be Ethiopia and Egypt. Ethiopia and Egypt. We know both of those countries are located on the continent of Africa. On the continent of Africa. Okay, so I'm on. And I admonish you to try to read your entire Bible to find out the whole counsel of God. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised if you just take time out to read God's word. You'll become closer to Him, most of all. He will reveal Himself to you. He'll reveal things that you should know, and it will confirm in your spirit, that God is real. It will increase your faith. But this is like, I don't know what time, I read through the Bible several times, but the easiest way for me to go through the Bible that I'm finding now, that I know I'll probably continue, is to look up names in the Bible. That's why I decided to do the names, because there's names throughout the entire Bible. There's places in the Bible, names in the Bible. So there's plenty of that. So in each chapter, almost, there's a name. So I got my pan ready for the turkey. I'm about to put the apples in the water. I'm coming. And I believe God for, I guess I'll take the pot out. I'll put it in the bowl. I believe God for a nice bigger kitchen with more cold water, of course. Nice bigger kitchen with more. I'm rinsing off and putting it. So I'm rinsing off my apples and putting them in a bowl. Let's see. I'm rinsing off my apples. How would I do that? I don't know. I want my phone. Get broken again. I'm rinsing off my apples, and I'm going to put them in a bowl and then put them in the pots. Nah, that ain't gonna work. Nope. I'll figure it out. That's slippery. That's okay. We'll just leave it there. Okay. You can see some of it. Putting the apples, rinsing them off with cold water. Get any loose particles out, any seeds. Rinsing the apples out in cold water before I put them in the pot. 1, 2, 3. I've got about a big bowl full. That should be plenty enough for one that's not two apple pies. I originally only planned to make one apple pie. I don't want nobody getting too fat. And if we have too much, I'm definitely going to share it with my brothers and sisters. I actually got a whole pan left that I can make some apple cider out of what I have left. And then maybe I can look up me an apple cider recipe real quick. Or apple cider vinegar or something. Okay, now I got to rinse. Now I can get ready to put my apples in the pots. See, we're gonna make some counter space available over here already. Okay, got plenty of dishwashing liquid to clean with. Okay, got gloves. Switch off the gloves. You shouldn't have fruit. You shouldn't have mixed fruit and meat together. You want separate utensils for different types of stuff that you cook. You want separate utensils, okay? Okay. I'm going to clear the counter. Okay, I'm going to clear the counter. Clear the counter. Okay, now let's see if we can get a. Okay, there's our pot. There's our pot on the stove there. Let's see. Trying to secure this. Secure the camera. Okay, there we go. Safety first, above all, safety first. Okay. Okay, I'm just rinsing the apples off. Okay. It's not grease, so we're just putting fresh apples. Fresh apples. Let's see. Into the pot. I got a stock pot. Make sure I have plenty of room for the apples. I have it on medium heat, not boiling. Medium heat, not boiling. Okay. I think I'm going to boil them for about 10 minutes until they're soft but not mushy, because they're still going to make the pie. We're going to put it in the oven, so we don't want, okay. I think I still have plenty of room. Okay. Piece of it. Alrighty. There we go. Alright. And it's a success. That's about 14 apples. Not sure. I didn't really count them, but let's see here. Okay.